Good morning. As I was reflecting on the theme of this, powering forward and what I was going to say, I was in my hotel room and I was looking out the window, and off in the distance was the Fisk Street power plant. Now you have to be a pretty big energy nerd to care about the fact that your hotel room overlooks a power plant, but this is not, I feel safe in this room that I'm comfortable sharing the story. This isn't just any power plant though. The Fisk Street station was one of the first power plants in the city of Chicago. It was built by Samuel Edison, the founder of Commonwealth Edison, a protege of Thomas Edison's. And when you go back to 1902, when he built this plant, electricity was still in its infancy. At the time, the industry was very balkanized. You had small electric distribution companies across the city of Chicago, most of them to serve residential lighting. But Sam Inzel saw a different future. He saw a future, which is our present, which is a vast interconnected network of transmission lines connected to enormous power plants. And so he actually turned to our friends at GE and said, hey, I want you to build me a 5 megawatt power plant, or 5 megawatt steam turbine. GE had not built anything bigger than 1,500 kilowatts to that date. They said, you're crazy, but we'll build you one, but we're not going to guarantee it's going to work. So they built him the 5 megawatt turbine, and the rest is history. Within a decade, they were building 120 megawatt turbines. So he saw a different future. We are now at a place in our industry where we're on the cusp of a transformation that is not at all dissimilar to what Sam Inzel kicked off 115 years ago. For the first time, really in that period, we are introducing new technology that has the ability to send us leaps and bounds beyond where we've been over the last 115 years. Now, I'm here representing corporate interests. Right? We're obviously large buyers of renewable energy. In fact, over the last several years, corporates have procured roughly 20 gigawatts of renewable energy. 20 gigawatts. So that's 20 gigawatts worth where a corporate turned to their utility and said, here, hold my beer. I've got this, right? That's pretty exciting that corporates are willing to step out and be leaders in this space. And what's really encouraging is, in fact, the person that's going to be following me on stage works at a utility that is taking a lot of leadership in this space, which is Mid-American. So it's exciting to see that this is really not being driven by corporates alone, but utilities are really stepping up, making huge investments in this space too. And that is really an incredible driver for where this industry is going. And so one of the things that we have to be cognizant of is that at the same time, energy transitions are very slow. So when Sam Inzel built that plant in 1902, only 5% of manufacturing companies were electrified. Most of them had their own power plants, their own boilers in the basement of their facilities. It took another 20 years to see massive penetration of electrification in manufacturing, 20 years from the time that plant was built. So Sam Inzel's vision took a long time to be realized. And I think in this industry, it can be challenging if we look from year to year at the ups and downs, because we do have a lot of ups and downs. But if we can step back and look at what we've accomplished over the last 10 years, and hopefully we'll see a lot of the same faces here in the next 10 years from now, and we'll be reflecting back on the astounding things that we've done as an industry, I think it's going to be not dissimilar to what Sam Inzel did down the street 115 years ago. So I really hope to see many of these faces back. I hope that we're sharing stories 10 years from now about how we have absolutely revolutionized and transformed one of the most important industries in our economy. Thank you.